Hello, I'm GregSolomon. A little over a week ago I uploaded a video clip in which I spoke about PayPal donation buttons out here in the YouTube community. And shortly after I uploaded that video clip, Mr. Paul Robinette, also known as Renetto, uploaded a video response. Well, this is my reply to Mr. Renetto's response. I watched Mr. Paul Robinette's video response shortly after he uploaded it, and I will say that there are portions of it wherein he makes some pretty good points. However, none of those points had anything whatsoever to do with PayPal donation buttons out here on YouTube, which was the theme of my video clip. Let me say first off that Mr. Robinette in his video stated that he liked me, and the feeling is mutual. I have nothing against Mr. Robinette. I find him a likable sort of fellow. However, I think we have a difference in how we view YouTube. Mr. Robinette tried to draw a correlation with what I was saying and the entrepreneurial spirit. He pointed out that entrepreneurs enrich a community and add to it. And I agree 100%. However, I don't believe that panhandlers add to a community, nor do I believe they enrich a community. And these people with PayPal donation buttons are essentially that. They're panhandlers, internet panhandlers, because this is a free community as defined in the terms of service of YouTube. It's free. And yes, it is essentially a community of video bloggers. Oh, of course, there are other videos out here. Mr. Robinette, I think you used a little hyperbole or thinking in different terms, or maybe you just didn't hear exactly what I said in my video clip. But it sounds as if you think I'm saying or said that YouTube is only for video bloggers. No one else can come out here, and there's no room for anyone else out here. And well, I didn't say that. I said YouTube is essentially a community of video bloggers, essentially a community of folks like you and me with video cameras. That's essentially what YouTube is. Of course, there are movie trailers out here and music videos. I read last month that YouTube plans on having every music video ever produced out here on YouTube within about a year and a half. They plan on having every one of them out here. So, of course, there's more out here than just video blogs, but essentially what makes up the community, the heart and soul of the community, is video bloggers. Folks like me and you with cameras. And yes, I will stand by what I said about a potential comedian wanting to make a living. See, there's a difference in what I said and I think what you heard or what you thought you heard me say. You went on to speak about the exposure that a comedian might get or the exposure a music group might get, and that's fine. That's all good and dandy. I agree 100%. You can get exposure out here. But I said if you want to make a living doing it full-time, you need to look elsewhere, because you're not going to make a living doing comedy full-time out here on YouTube, because the service is free. People aren't out here charging for video clips. In fact, it's against the terms of service of YouTube. You see, as I said, these fellows with these PayPal buttons on their YouTube pages are essentially internet panhandlers. The equivalent to someone in your community walking up to you as you're walking from the store to your car in the parking lot and putting their hand out and saying, "Hey, do you have a couple bucks you can give me? Hey, mister, you got a couple of bucks? How about a smoke, mister? You got a smoke? If you don't have a couple bucks, no, come on. Paul, There's a huge difference between that and an entrepreneur. And as I said, this is essentially a free service out here, is what it is. You went ahead and defined in your video clip what Chad Hurley and Steve Shannon had in mind when they started YouTube. And as I said, YouTube is essentially a community of video bloggers. Let me tell you exactly what Steve Shannon, Chad Hurley had in mind, because you can read it right here in the terms of service. Allow me to read it for you, and I will put a link down in my video clip so that you can link to it and read it for yourself. But under the section User Submissions in the terms of service, you will read this: concerning any submissions of original content that you upload to YouTube, you, and I quote, "you hereby grant YouTube a worldwide, non-exclusive, royalty-free license to use, reproduce, distribute your work," essentially. You also grant each user of the YouTube website a non-exclusive license to access your user submissions through the website. So by uploading your video, you're granting each user of YouTube a non-exclusive license to access all of your videos free of charge. You can also find in the help section of YouTube the following statement describing what YouTube is. This is right from the horse's mouth. This is not hearsay, theresay. This is right from the horse's mouth. YouTube is a free online video streaming service that allows users to view and share videos that have been uploaded by our members. Anyone can view and share videos free of charge. Now, and I think that is the distinction between you and I. This is essentially how I view the YouTube community, a community that is free of charge. Free access for everyone. You look at YouTube, or looking at it, I think, if I'm reading you correctly, as a potential for profit somewhere where instead of just using the service free of charge and viewing videos free of charge, I think you have a vision of maybe people buying videos, paying money to watch the videos, but that's not what the community is. It might be what you would like it to be, but that's not what this community is. Nor do the terms of service agree with your view of what the community is, or what you would like the community to be. It's just essentially a difference of opinion as to the direction of this community. You spoke of the entrepreneurial spirit. I would wholeheartedly encourage you to start up a site that conforms more accurately to your vision of what the community should be. Maybe form some sort of a commercial site where members can sell their video clips to other members or charge them to view their video clips. But this is not that site. As I've just pointed out from the terms of service, this is a free site. And I will, as I said, provide links to this. And yes, I do believe that panhandlers, be it somebody walking up to you in your car, walking up to you as you're walking through the parking lot, or somebody that's essentially walking up to you as you're viewing a video out on the internet, somebody who walks up and asks you for donations to give them a couple of bucks, yes, I do believe that sullies a community. And I don't call that the entrepreneurial spirit. So until next time, this is Greg Solomon saying take care.